Okay, we're just in from outdoors. So, Tinkercad, introducing the breadboard. Let's find a breadboard first of all. We really want you to get a handle on this so that you can begin to learn how to map out circuits. Don't know. You will, by the end of this, be great, of course. But hang on, here's the breadboard, and we use breadboard for prototyping really quickly, so we can prototype this sort of size that we have a breadboard. Here at school, we can quickly mount components without having to use solder or have crocodile clips and things to join components. So here's a small one. Really good, fast prototyping. So in Tinkercad, we can do the same thing. Here is, you would have got here already, introducing components. So that's the finished circuit there. And the idea of the circuit is that when you press a switch, you get different colors for each of the parts of the LED, because we're going to use a multicolor LED called an RGB LED. Also, if you hold down the shift key and you click all of those, 1, 2, 3, you get different colors as well. So, okay, these are the components that you're going to use. 3 switches. One trick for getting these mounted incorrectly is we need to rotate the switches so that they're in the correct orientation. So I'm going to remind you about that. Also, I can remind you then that when you click onto a component, it gives you the properties of that component, and you can rotate and then move the component. So we're looking at how you're going to lay out your circuit as well. It's quite important. Keep it clear and so that other people looking at your work can understand and see what you're doing. Okay, so here come the switches. First switch, the instructions, by the way, will be on the left-hand side, but there'll be written instructions. So the key here is when you've got it in place. Oh, it doesn't quite fit. All right, so the reminder here is let's rotate that switch so that it fits across the ravine, so to speak, and can make a connection into the circuit. So let me remind you that these rails here, these are our positive rail and our negative rail. So these are connected all the way along there. But within the breadboard here, they're connected in a different way. So I can now connect a wire onto this leg here, this row. Let me just go ahead and change that color of that to make it clear. So I'm picking up some electricity, some current from the positive side of the circuit, and I'm placing it here onto this row, and you can see hopefully that it is showing up as green, and so it's all connected. When you hover over a particular, it's not working very well. Let's make it a mess. All right, so let's go to the other components. We could test this one first of all. That's probably quite a great idea. So let's put the LED in. It's RGB. I'm going to just rotate that. So again, so it's going to fit. And you've seen the circuit here on the left-hand side. That's it completed. But there'll be a screenshot in the instructions. But you can always come back and watch this video. So again, a couple of tricks. So making sure it's lining up in the holes. That's fine. Got a little bit of lag. You could fit it there, that's ideal. And then we need a resistor. When you hover over each leg of the resistor, you'll see that it indicates which color the LED will brighten up to. So, but this leg here, the second one, is a cathode, and that's the negative side of the circuit. So we're going to move a resistor into the circuit because, as you know, we don't want to blow up this LED straight away. And we're going to change the value of that resistor as well. We're going to make it about 400 ohms. And so that's going to be enough to reduce the current in the circuit so that 9 volts as it goes through the circuit is not going to blow it up. So that's changed the properties. And then we can go ahead and complete the circuit. So we need to, the cathode here is on the negative side of the LED. So let's put a wire from this column and pick up the negative side on the battery. I'll just change that for clarity. Going to change that to black. And then from our switch, remember that we've rotated the switch. We're going to take this, this one here. We're going to take a wire from here and we're going to plonk it onto the first leg of the LED. Now it's not connected. These are not connected along this way. They're only connected across the way when these. So most of you will get that, I'm sure. So let's just test that part of the circuit. What I'm expecting, what I predict is when I press the switch is that I will get the LED to light up red. There we go. All right, complete the circuit. And a screenshot would be great into the Google Classroom, either in the stream or for your assignment. And then I know you've done that lesson. The next lessons are going to be on some coding and some Arduino, so we can then get flashing lights going on. So